Today we'll starting with this January 2017 C12 paper. If you start with that. Yeah. Initially, what you need to understand is it's coming up with the differentiation. So if you start with this question, basically we need to understand that this component is in this format. If you just simplify, this is 1 over 3 x to the power 3, that is this, minus 2 x to the power 2 plus 3x plus 5. So if you write in this format, it would be kind of easier for us to do this differentiation. So if you start with the first part of it, you can write dy by dx is equals to 1 over 3 into differentiation of x to the power 3 is 3x squared minus 2 into x squared differentiation is 2x to the power 2 minus 1 is 1 plus 3 into 1 x to the power differentiation is 0 minus integration of 5 becomes 0. With this you can write the answer x squared minus 4x plus 3 x to the power 0 is 1, therefore 3 into 1 into 1. So this term become, if I just write it here, this is 3 into 1 into 1 because it's x to the power 0 is 1. So this is the final answer for this differentiation, right? Okay. Then when you come up with the part B, it's not that hard question. Hence find the set of values for dy by dx is greater than 0. Right. Sometimes they might be give you dy, instead of giving this, they can ask you the function. Function is increasing. Sometimes rather than that giving this direct format, they might give you find the region where the function is increasing. If the function is increasing means dy by dx is greater than 0. Function is decreasing means dy by dx is less than 0, right? So let's do this. Then you can say dy by dx is x squared minus 4x plus 3 is greater than 0. This is coming under the what we call the quadratic inequality, right? Cool. Initially, to solve this quadratic inequality, simplify this function. Just solve this and get the answers and mark them on a number line. X squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So that is, if you simplify this, you'll be getting the answer x equals to 3 and x equals to 1. Right. Okay. Then we can mark this on a coordinate system and mark this inequality, right? So if we just like this, it's turn up to 3 and sorry, it's 1 and 3. It's 1 and here it's 3. So it's a graph with the minima. Now what you can understand is in this region, this function is having a negative values, means like the y values, the function is negative here. From 1 below, the function is positive. You can see me. All the values are positive. Therefore, this region, the function is positive. So you can say whatever the value is substituted in any of these ones, you get a positive answer for this. The 3 above even, again, you can see these are positive. With this case, they are referring to which region? They are worrying about the function x values where this quadratic is greater than 0. That is a positive region. That means they are worrying about this region and this region. With that, you can write the final answer. In this format, you can say x is less than 1. Since there is no equal mark, so you can put just less than 1 and greater than 3. These are the two regions which satisfy this inequality. That's a way of doing this kind of a question. Okay, but then this is a kind of a question which is based on a circle. So if you just brief about the basic theories where we need to learn about a circle. If there is a circle with center A comma B and the radius R, we can write the equation of the circle in this format. X minus A squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. The expanded version of this circle is x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus a squared plus b squared minus r squared equals to 0. Okay, right. So using this equation, we can find, they ask about what is the coordinates of center C and what is the radius R. Okay. To do this question, we can use two techniques. The first technique is you can make this, what do you call that, this expression in form of this. Right. Let's do this, the first method. I'm just doing the method 1. So we can practice the both methods, then you can use any method you will feel like convenience. X squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y minus 12 is equals to 0. Then isolate these x terms into one side and y terms into another part. And the constant term, write it a little bit ahead. Then we have to complete square of these terms. These terms should be complete square. So how to get the complete squares? Take the minus 8, half of minus 8 is minus 4. Write with variable x and square it, minus square the term over here. Minus 4 squared. Then plus, take the half of 4, 2, plus 2, write with the variable y, squared minus square of this number, 2 squared. Minus 12 is equals to 0. With this you can write x minus 4 squared plus y plus 2 squared minus 16 minus 4 minus 12 equals to 0. Then you can write x minus 4 squared plus y plus 2 squared is equals to minus 4 minus 20 minus 32. Bring it to the other side is plus 32. Right. So with this, how do you get it? Is if you make this x minus 4 means x equals to 4. Y plus 2 means y equals to minus 2. So you can equate it to 0. With that, you can get this answer. Therefore, you can write center would be 4 minus 2. And part B, they ask about radius, R. So you know that here, according to this expression, R squared. So it's turned up to R squared is 32. There with that, you can say R equals to root 32. Root 32 is 4 root 2. That's a factor to understand with this question, right? That is the first method. I'm using the second method that is not long as this, but if you're familiar about this equation, only you can write it. Initially, the second method, I'm just writing with a different color. Method 2. Initially, write this equation of the circle. Minus 2ax minus 2by plus a squared plus b squared minus r squared. How do you get this equation? Is you have to expand this bracket. Expand this bracket and write it here. You get this answer. Then write the equation where we have, that is x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y minus 12 equals to 0. Now you can see minus 2a is 8 minus 8. Therefore, a is 4. Minus 2b is 4. Therefore, b is equals to minus 2. Now you can get the center. 4 minus 2, same thing as this. Then you can say here a squared plus b squared minus r squared equals to minus 12. This bit. Now for the moment you know what is a. 4 squared plus minus 2 squared minus r squared equals to minus 12. By simplifying this, you can get the answer as root 32. With this, you can get this answer. It's not a problem at all. So you can use this technique as well to get the answer. But if you're not pretty sure about this equation, don't use it. Use the complete square method. Right. The next part of the question. The circle cut the y-axis at point A and B. Find the coordinates of A and B. So obviously, this is the other part of the question they can ask. Is the meet the y-axis. You know that not only a straight line, if any curve or a straight line meet the y-axis, the concept we know is x coordinate becomes 0. That means in this equation, x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y minus 12 equals to 0, x becomes 0. 0 squared plus y squared minus 8x, sorry, 8 into 0, x is 0. 8 into 0 plus 4y minus 12 is equals to 0. So this can reduce into y squared plus 4y minus 12 is equals to 0. So you can factorize it or you can use a formula as well. Y plus 6, y minus 2 equals to 0. With this you can write y equals to minus 6 and y equals to 2. So you have to write with the coordinate. Some of the students forget this to write it as a coordinate. X coordinate anyway 0, 0, 2. That's the final answer for this kind of a question, right? So if you just go to the page view, so you can see this would be your final answer for this question. Yes, if you reach into this kind of a question, so you can see it's a what do you call question based with arc sector and some kind of like perimeter and area facts. So when you're learning about this area fact, the basic theories where we need to learn is if you get any kind of arc sector with theta and radius r and arc length L, the first formula where we know is L equals to r theta. And area of this arc sector, which is r in theta and radians, this is r squared theta, would be the area for this, right? Then if you get any kind of a triangle, and if you know the angle and length of two besides theta, we can find the area by half AB sine theta. That's the first fact we need to know. And the other fact we should know when you're doing this kind of a question, we should have an idea about sine rule and cosine rule. Those are the three formulas. The factors we should know when you're dealing with this question. Sometimes most of these facts will be knowledge, sometimes only part of what do you call that information may be required to do this question. Right, we'll go ahead with this question. These are the basic theory contacts we should know. Right. Okay. The shape P O Q A B C A. P O Q A B C P. Right. Figure 1 consists of a triangle, this one, and a sector, this one, triangle, sector, and a rectangle. So when you're learning about this fact, you have to clearly understand that if this is 7, this one also should be 7. So you can get this information over here from these are the basic facts where we should know. The points PQ lie on the straight line. That's great. OP is 4, PO is 4, and OQ is 7. So this length is 4 and OQ. This is 7. Those are the two factors we should know. Right? Find the length of AQ. You can find the length of AQ. We know the radius and this arc sector and the angle we know. So you can apply L equals to R theta. R is 7, theta is 0.6. So this should be 5.6 centimeters. So I'll just mark this information. I'll use a different color to represent. This is 5.6 centimeters. So we can have this information because with the time we may need this information to answer the rest of the question. Sometimes, not all the way. Right. Find the size of the angle POC. POC, that means we are worrying about this angle. Right. Then we know that here this is 90 degrees. It's a rectangle. We know the angle over here. If it is an angle on a straight line, we know that that value is 180, or in radians it's pi. So pi is equals to this 0.8 plus this 90. In 90 means in radians it's pi by 2, and the angle POC. From this way you can write POC value would be minus this information. So that value become 0.77 radians, right? Okay. Find the perimeter of the shape POQB1. So perimeter, right? We'll go ahead with the perimeter. So when you are involving with this perimeter, you can see, I'll just little bit of small, the perimeter of this shape, POQ, B, C, P, right? Okay. Now you can see this length is 4, PO, that is 4, OQ, that is 7, then AQ. We already found this length of arc AQ. AQ is 5.6, sorry, 5.6. AB, sorry, AB. AB length become how much? AB is, you can see the opposite side of the rectangle, so it's 5. Then BC. BC is, this is 7 and this is 7, and now this also should be 7 because the same length of this rectangle. And now we have a problem, PC. PC, PO, we already found it. PC, how to find this PC? Now that is a point where we need to work out. So you can understand that here, it's a triangle like this. We already found this angle. That is how much? 0.77 radians. 0.77 radians, and this length is 4 and this length is 5. So this is the length we need to find it. So if you know two sides with one angle, and if you need to find the third side, we can use the cosine rule. Cosine rule. So you can write according to the cosine rule, x squared, a squared is equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2 times of 5 into 4 into cos angle between these two. 0.77. Okay. If you work out, this is 25 plus this is 16 minus, if you work, remember children, when you're working out with this question, your calculator should be operated in radian mode. So 2 into 5 into 4 into cos 0.77. That is, yeah, that is 28.71. So from here you get the answer, x squared is equals to, plus this answer is 25 plus 16 minus 28.71, that is 12.29. With this you get the answer, x equals to the square root of that answer. That is 3.51. So you can replace that answer over here, 3.51, and you can obtain the final answer for this. 3.51 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5.6 plus 7 plus 4. That value is 32.11. 32.11 centimeters. That's the way of doing this question. So if you just go ahead with this, it's the way of doing it. This is the way of doing it. Okay, if you come up with this question, an arithmetic series has a first term and the common difference. For arithmetic series, the formulas where we should know, these are the theories we should know, is nth term, un is equals to a plus n minus 1d, and the sum of n terms would be n divided by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. And if you know the last term, for this you can use this formula as well. If you know the last term only. So now let's see what are the information where they have given in this question. They have given that the sum of the first 9 term is 54. So the information given here is S9 is equals to 54. Show that this, then we write the expression for S9. That is, according to this formula, this one, 9 divided by 2, 2a plus 9 minus 1d is equals to 54. Then 9 over 2 is, so if you want, you can take this 2 and 9 to the other side. 2a plus 9 minus 1 is 8d is equals to 54. Division 2 multiplied to other side is multiplication 2 divided by 9. Then it's turned up to 2a plus 8d is equals to 12. Then all the terms are divisible by 2. With this, you can say 8 plus 4d equals to 6. This is the answer for part A. Given also the 8th is half. Read this question properly. That's the point to understand, right? Given that 8th term is half of the 7th term, that is U8 is half of the 7th term, U7. So you can generate another equation with this. But the 8th term is A plus 8 minus 1D is half of 7th term, A plus 7 minus 1D. So it's turned up to A plus 7D is equals to half times of A plus 6D. Right. Then we need to find the value for A and D. So you can just multiply with 2. 2 times of A plus 7D is equals to A plus 6D. So 2A plus 14D is equals to A plus 6D. If you bring your output to other side, turn up to A plus 8D equals to 0. Now you get two equations. You can solve these two. A plus 4D equals to 6, my first equation. A plus 8D is equals to 0. It's my second equation. Then what you can get here is, I will subtract 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is A minus 1. It get cancels each other. 8D minus 4D is minus 4D equals to 0 minus 6. Sorry, this is plus 4D and 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Therefore, D become minus 3 over 2. So with this, you can get the answer from 1. A plus 4 into minus 3 over 2 is equals to 6. With this, you can the answer A equals to 12 minus 6 to other side is plus 6 is 12. So with this, you get the answer. These two, A is equals to 12 and D equals to minus 3 over 2. That is the way of getting this answer. Okay. Yes, I'll get into the page view. Yeah, so this is the final answer for this. Okay, let's come to this question. Right. Then for here, they have given y equals to log 3x. Find the expression in terms of y for log 3x over 9. So initially what you can get here is that we can use the logarithmic rules. X over 9, you can see this logarithmic division, you can write it as a difference between two logarithmic answers. X, this division you can write minus log 3 9. Log 3x is y, we already found from here. And log 3 9, we know that 9 is 3 to the power 2, so this answer should be 2. Simply you can get this answer, right? This is part 1 and part B2. Part 2 question is log 3 square root of x. Square root of x, you can write x to the power half. This power you can write as outside from the logarithmic rules, log 3x. If there's a power, you can write it as outside, right? Then we know that this is half, log 3x is y. That is y over 2. This is a pretty simple answer with that. Then part B. Hence or otherwise solve this fact with it. So you can see this is 2 log 3x over 9. We already get the expression for that with it. Y plus 2. Minus this part is over here. That is y over 2 is equals to 2. So we will try to simplify this with it. What you get here is 2y plus 4 minus y over 2 is equals to 2. So if you simplify this, it's turn up to 3 over 2y is equals to minus 2. There with that you get the answer y equals to minus 4 over 3. Minus 4 over 3, right? Okay. Then what you can get here is that we don't want the answer for y, we need the answer for x. So you can write, we already replace over here x over 9. X over 9, sorry, we got this answer y is log 3x. So you can write log 3x is equals to minus 4 over 3. We already gotten from this part of it using this expression. Then we can write x equals to 3 to the power minus 4 over 3. Right. So with that, you can obtain the final answer for this. This is 3 to the power minus 4 over 3. Yeah, so you can write this is 3 to the power minus 4 over 3. That is 0.2311. That's a way of obtaining this answer. Let's see whether this is correct. So we can replace with this is yeah, y plus 2. This is that, and minus log 3x. Yes, right. Then this is the first method. The second method is like this. I will use the second method as well, and we will see whether you can get the same answer, because I got some kind of decimal answer. I just want to check whether this is happening properly. Yes. Then you can see, if you simplify this, log 3, these two you can take it in and write it as a power, x over 9 squared. This minus you can write it as a division over logarithm, x is equals to 2. So with this you can write this is log 3 x squared over 81, this division square root of x is equals to 2. So you can write this is x squared divided by root x is turned up to x to the power 3 over 2. 2 minus half is 3 over 2 divided by 81 log 3 2. So with this you can write x to the power 3 over 2 here, 2 is equals to, over 81 is equals to 3 to the power 2. So this is x to the power 3 over 2 become 9 into 81. Now it has become kind of a big answer. Have we made any mistake over here? Let me see. Log x over 9 is x minus, this is minus 2, but that's a problem I come across. Yeah, so this is, we have to do some correction here. It's not plus 2, it should be minus 2. Then this should be minus 2. Then it's over here, this is minus 2. If you do this correction over here, this is 2y. This is y plus 2. It's not plus 2, it's minus 2. It's minus 2, it's minus 4. It's turn up to not plus 2, it should be plus 6. It should be plus minus 4 to other side is plus 6. It's just 6 into 2, 12. 12 divided by 3, it's 4. It's 4, it's 3 to the power 4, it's 81. Let me see with from here also you get the same answer. 3 to the power 2 is equals to 9. This is 81 into 9. 81 into 9 is 729. 729, sorry. 729, then x is equals to 729 to the power 2 over 3. Yeah, that's 81. So from both methods you can get the same answer. So just write down the both methods, then with that you can get an idea how to do the same question in different kind of approaches. Right. Okay, let's go ahead with it. Okay, over here the straight line L1 has an equation. This is L1. This is the L1. Has an equation 2y plus 3x plus 5. In this case, if you want to find the gradient of the straight line, we should mark the information in form of y equals to mx plus c. So here we know that this function is 2y equals to 3x plus 5, From here you can write y equals to 3x plus 5 divided by 2. So with this you can write this is y equals to 3 over 2x plus 5 over 2. That means the gradient is 3 over 2. Write down the x coordinate at point A. Point A means it's a meet with the y-axis. Meet x-axis. Meet x-axis means y equals to 0. So if you make the y equals to 0 over here, 0 equals to 3 over 2x plus 5 over 2. From here you can write x equals to 5 over 2 divided by 3 over 2. It's 5 over 3. That's a fact we need to understand. So write it as the x coordinate, right? Then we know that here the x coordinate we should, because sometimes, minus 5 over 3. Then this is minus 5 over 3 comma 0, because sometimes they might be need this. That is why they used to give these facts to be found, right? Okay. So you just mark over here. It would be kind of easier for you to understand it. Another straight line L2 intersect at L1 at point B with x coordinate 1. Here we know that x coordinate is 1. With this you can find the y coordinate at B. So you can say y at B. How do you get it? You can substitute 1 into this equation. 2y equals to 3 times of 1 plus 5, it's 8. Then y equals to 4. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So here the coordinate is 4. 1, 4. Then, and it's perpendicular to that. L1, L2 is perpendicular to L1. If the two lines are perpendicular, what you can say, the gradient of the lines become minus 1. Find the equation of L2. So initially we can find gradient of L2. We know that gradient of L1, the gradient of L2 is minus 1. We need to find the gradient of L2. Gradient of L1 we already found from here, 3 over 2. Equals to minus 1. With this you can say gradient of L2 is minus 2 over 3. Then we know that this straight line has a gradient of minus 2 over 3, and it has a and it's passing through the point where passing through the point 1, 4, right? So you can put it in the formula y minus y naught equals to gradient times of x minus x naught. So that is y minus y naught. Y naught is 4. Gradient is minus 2 over 3. X minus x naught. What is x naught? X naught is 1. So if you simplify this, then we need the answer in this format. Therefore, I just multiply this 3 to this side and make it as a what do you call that? Figures with integers. So you can say 3y minus 12 is equals to minus 2x plus 2. If you go to the other side, 3y plus 2x minus 14 is equals to 0, right? Then we need to find the area of the triangle ABC. ABC, let's see, that means they are referring to this area, right? Then over here, to find this area, we know these coordinates. So if you to find the value for C, initially we need to find the value for C. I'll just try to find out the coordinate of C. Here, we already found the equation of the straight line. You just work out here 3y plus 2x minus 40. 3y plus 2x minus 40. 3y plus 2x minus 14 is equals to 0. With this you can write meet with the y-axis means x equals to 0. Therefore, y become 14 over 3. Here the coordinate is then how much? Sorry. I made a mistake. Sorry, it's not y equals to 0. It's a y equals to 0 because it's meet the x-axis. Sorry, y equals to 0. Therefore, you can say 3 times of 0 plus 2x minus 14 equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 7. So this coordinate is 7, 0. This coordinate is 7, 0. Now, how do you find the area of this triangle? Now you can see There are two methods. You can find this length and you can apply half base into perpendicular height, or I can find this length, but I'll use a different color to show that clearly. This length. You know that here this length is 5/3. Nothing to worry about this negative mark. It's a length. Plus this length from here to here, from O to C, is again 7. So this length become 26/3. Right. And we can find this height as well. That height is how much? X coordinate is 1 and Y coordinate is 4. So it's a triangle with base 26/3 and perpendicular height of 4. With this you can find the area. For C, area is half base. Base is 26/3 into perpendicular height. Perpendicular height is 4. With this you can get the final answer for this. Then 26 into 4, that answer divided by 52/3. So area become 52/3 units, square units. So you don't need of marking any facts with this. So you just mark with 52/3 would be enough. If you go ahead with this question today, what you need to understand is we have to do the integration. The theories behind the integration is x to the power n is x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. Right. So initially, before you start this question, you have to convert this format into x to the power n. So you can say 2 plus 4x cubed over x squared. You can write 2 over x squared plus 4x cubed over x squared, that is 2x to the power minus 2 plus 4x to the power 1, right? Then only you can do this integration. 2x to the power minus 2 plus 4x. So that is, you can write this is 2 times of x to the power minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 over minus 1 plus 4x to the power 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1, 2 plus 6. So answer is minus 2 over x plus 2x squared plus 6 would be the final answer for this. Then when you come up with part 2, that is this part of it. Given that k is a constant, where this integration equals to 30, k is a constant. You have to do this integration. So you can say this is the integration of 4 x to the power minus half. How did this minus half came? This is 4 over x to the power half. You can bring it up and write it as a minus half because we know how to integrate x to the power n format only. Plus k is equals to 30 from 2 to 4. Then if you do this integration, 4x to the power minus half plus 1 is plus half divided by plus half plus kx equals to 30. Then it's turn up to 8x to the power half plus kx equals to 30. Then what you need to do is you have to substitute the boundaries. Substitute the upper boundary minus substitute the lower boundary. Equals to 30. With this you can write 4 to the power half is 2, it's 16 plus 4k minus 8 root 2 minus 2k equals to 30. So with this you can write 2k equals to 30 minus 16 plus 8 root 2. So 2k is equals to 14 plus 8 root 2. Therefore, k equals to 7 plus 4 root 2. That is the final answer for this. That's a way of getting this kind of an answer. Right. Then this is another important type of a question. It's coming at the factor theorem and the remainder theorem. Find the remainder when fx is divisible by x minus 3. So if you make this x minus 3 into 0, you get the answer x equals to 3. Then we will substitute to get the remainder. From the remainder theorem, you can substitute 3 into this function. Then you get the remainder. 2 times of 3 cube minus 5 times of 3 squared minus 23 times of 3 minus 10. So let's see what would be the answer. Yeah, then it's turned up to minus 70, right? Right. Then show that x plus 2 is a factor. To show that x plus 2 is a factor, we can do like this. So you can say x plus 2 equals to 0 means x equals to, sorry, x equals to minus 2. Then we'll substitute minus 2 into this. Let's see what happened if you substitute minus 2 into this. 2 times of minus 2 cube minus 5 times of minus 2 squared minus 2 times of minus 2 minus 10. So if you substitute, you will get the answer as 0. Then you can say there is no remainder. There is no remainder because when you substitute this minus 2, you get the remainder. Remainder is 0 means it's a factor. Therefore, x plus 2 is a factor. That's a way of getting this answer from the factor theorem. Hence, fully factorize. Hence, fully factorize means this is the point you need to understand that. We cannot factorize a cubic expression. Straightforward, there is no way of factorizing cubic expression. But for the moment, we know that x plus 2 is a factor. Therefore, initially, I will divide this expression with the first factor. First factor is x plus 2. Let's see what you get with it. So you can say, you have to see whether how many x terms are there for 2x cube. How many x terms are there for 2x cube? You have to find it. You just divide this one by this. That's 2x squared. Then this is 2x squared. Then multiply this entire expression with this and write it behind this. That is the same way what you use the long division for it. 2x cube, 2x squared into 2 is plus 4x squared. Then subtract it. It is 0. Minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9x squared. Then bring the next term down. 3x. Then see whether how many x terms are there for minus 9x squared. We already learned in previous ones this long division part of it is minus 9x. Minus 9x. Then minus 9x squared minus 18x. If you subtract, it's turn up to minus 5x. Then bring this to the other side. Minus 10. See whether how many x terms are there for it's minus 5. It's 5. So it's turn up to minus 5 minus 10 is 0. With this, you can write factorizing format fx. You know that if this fx divided by x plus 2, this answer means you can write fx as x plus 2 into the first factorized form. 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Now check whether is this term factorize further. We'll just, you can use, you get the help from calculator and solve this as a quadratic equation and see whether you get some kind of fractional answer without getting any surd facts. If it is so, it's factorizing further. 2 minus 9 minus 5. Yeah, you get two answers. You get the answer x equals to 5 and x equals to minus half. So with this, you can write, if you brought it here, minus 5 here, then bring this to the other side, 2x equals to minus 1, therefore 2x plus 1. So you can write then x plus 2 into, this one you can write as factors, x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. That's the final answer for this question, for the part C. Right. Then when you come up with part D, you can see there's a relationship here. 2x cube, 2, 3 to the power 3t, minus 5, 3 to the power 2t. So you can write this expression this way. 2 times of, this is 3 to the power t, whole thing cube. You can write in that way. Minus 5, this one you can write 3 to the power t squared. Minus 23, 3 to the power t, minus 10 equals to 0. This is exactly similar to the expression over here. That means the solutions for this, Solutions for this equation would be the solution for 3 to the power t. So you can write, instead of this, I will get this one. So if you simplify this, equals to 0, so that would be the solutions for x become -2, 5 and minus half. That means for here, if I replace t to the power t as x, you get these solutions. That means you can say this is 3 to the power t equals to -2, 3 to the power t equals to 5, 3 to the power t equals to minus half. So you can say that you can use logarithm for this, but for these two, you don't get any solutions. What is the reason? Because positive number to the power cannot be a negative answer. Therefore, only solution we can get here is 3 to the power t equals to 5. To solve this, you can use the logarithm. So you can say log 10, 3 to the power t equals to log 10, 5. Therefore, t times of log 10, 3 equals to log 10, 5. Therefore, t is equals to log 10, 5 divided by log 10, 3. Log 10, 5 divided by log 10, 3. That is 1.64, 1.46. Then let's see whether if you use a technique for any kind of these two, whatever this one, I just use this one and show whether this is happening or not. 3 to the power t equals to -2. If you forget this one, the next step you can understand this. Log 10, 3 to the power t equals to log 10 -2. Therefore, t is equals to log 10, 3 to the power t, sorry, 3 equals to log 10 -2. So you can say t is equals to log 10 -2 divided by log 10, 3. So you can put into the calculator, you don't get any solution for this. But if you forget to write from here, from this step itself, you can understand that it won't exist. So this one also, you can see the same thing, but you have the logarithm for fractional answers, but not for the negative answers. That's a way of understanding this question. Right? Okay. I'll just make the page view as this, then you can see it clearly. Yeah, this is the solution for that. Right, okay. Here, figure 3 shows a sketch of a curve with the equation this. The curve crosses the x-axis at 2, 0 and 8, 0 at the point with the minimum point at A. So we have to be concerned about this point, but the minimum point at A. Use the calculus to find the coordinate of A. To find the minimum coordinate with A, what you need to do is you have to do the differentiation. Any minimum, maximum, point of inflection, turning point, all of these things are related with dy by dx equals to 0 or f dash x. So you can write fx is equals to 8 x to the power -1 plus half x minus 5. Then you can get the f dash x. F dash x is the first differentiation. So if you differentiate it, you get -8 x to the power -2 plus half. That means -8 over x squared is plus half. So you can say at turning point, f dash x equals to 0. With this you can write -8 over x squared plus half is equals to 0. I'm writing the rest of it here. From here, then you can say -8 over x squared is equals to minus half. So if you cross multiply, you get the answer x squared 2x, sorry, x squared equals to 4. 1 second, some problem come across. 8x to the power -1 plus half minus plus half. Yeah, okay, yeah. Then something went wrong. 8 over x, 8 over 8 to the power -1, that is, let's split 8x to the power -1, that is -1x to the power -2 plus half x minus 5. So it's turned up to 8, it's 2. Sorry, x squared equals to 16, I just made a mistake. X squared equals to 16, 16. Therefore, x equals to plus or minus 4. But you know that at point, x equals to plus 4 because it's in the positive coordinate. Find the coordinate of point A, the coordinate. So we know that x coordinate is 4. We need to find the y coordinate. To find it, you can substitute 4 into this one. 8 over 4 plus half times of 4 minus 5. So it's turned up to 8 divided by 4 is 2 plus 2 minus 5. It's turned up to minus 1. So the coordinate of A become x coordinate is 4 and y coordinate is minus 1. 4 minus 1 would be the answer for A. Then what you can understand from part B. 1. State the roots of the equation 2fx. 2fx means what happened here when you turn up to 2fx, all the y coordinates are multiplied by 2. That means the roots of this equation is these ones. With the new alteration, even if you make the new alteration, the graph would be like this. It doesn't make impact on this 2 x coordinate 4, and only this one would be turned up into how much? 4 minus 2. So still the roots are here. Therefore you can write roots would be 2 and roots would be 4. So it doesn't make any problem for that, because when you multiply with 2fx, it affects only for the y coordinates. Part 2 is the coordinates of the turning point fx plus 2. Then when you turn up to fx plus 2, sorry, y equals to fx plus 2, what happened to the graph? The graph shift from, what happened? The graph shift from 2 units up, equals it for the y-axis, 2 units up. Therefore, the turning point 4 minus 1 turn up to how much? It goes like this, 2 units up. So it's turned up to 4, 1. It was here, 4 minus 1, it traveled from 2 units up. So the coordinate become 4, 1, right? The roots of the equation f4x, this is pretty interesting. When you turn up to 4fx, f4x means all the x coordinates are, operation is into 4. You know that x operations are always opposite, they are divided by 2. Therefore, this 2 turn up to how much? Divided by 2 turn up to half. This 4 turn up to how much? It's turn up to 1. Therefore, the new roots for f4x become half and it's 1. The reason is, again, if I repeat it, f4x means all x coordinates should be divided by 4. Therefore, 2 and 4 turn up to half and 1. With that, it's turn up into solutions become the intersections half and 1. That would be the answer for this. That's a way of getting this answer. Right, okay, let's go to the next question. So you can work out this one later. Right. When you come up with this question, right, the first three terms of ascending power of x of a binomial expansion 20 is this. Find the value for this. So you can work out the first terms. First, we need first three terms of ascending power of x. That means you have to start, you have to increase the power of x. That is what you mean by ascending power of x. You have to start from 0 and increase one by one first three terms. So the power is 20. So you can write 20C0, 20C1, 20C2, right? Then you can write 1 to, sorry, yeah, 1 to the power 20y, because other term should be starting from 0, ax to the power 0. So the other term should be starting from the highest order 20 and reduce 1 by 1 to the 1 to the power 19, ax to the power 1. 1 to the power 18, ax to the power 2. So with this, you get the answer. 20C0 is 1 into 1 into 1. It's 1. 20C1 is 20 into 1 into a is 20ax. Then 20C2. 20C2 become 190. 191 to the power is this, a squared, x squared. So there's another point where most of us forget to do it. When you square it, the square effects for both of a and x, right? With this, you get the answer for this, right? Then they have given this expression. Is similar to 1 plus 4x plus px squared. Now you can see 20ax is similar with 4x. 20a is equals to 4. Therefore, a become how much? 1 over 5. This term similar with this. 190a squared is equals to p. So you can write 190 into 1 over 5 squared is equals to p. With this, you get the answer for p become 190 divided by 25. That is 38 over 5. Right. Then one of the terms in the binomial expansion of this one is qx to the power 4, where q is a constant. Find the value for q. Then in this sense, what you need to do is they are referring to the power 4 term. So here up to power 2. So we need to write another 2 more terms further. So it is ended up with 20c2. Then I write 20c3, 20c4, that is for answer C. Then you can write 1 to the power 17, ax to the power 3, 1 to the power 16, ax to the power 4. We need this term today. We know that 20c4, 20c4, that is 4845 into 1 into a to the power 4, x to the power 4. Then a to the power 4 is, we know that a is 1 over 5. 4845 into 1 times of 1 over 5 to the power 4 x to the power 4. So with this you can write that is turn up into 969 over 125 x to the power 4. So with this you can write q become 969 over 125. I hope this is fine. Let's see whether this is correct. Yes, so yeah, that is fine. 20a is equals to, according to this one, it's 4. Yeah, it's 105. Yeah, that's great. Okay. That's a way of getting this answer. That's a way of writing the answer for part C. Right. This is another important question where we need to face. That is in question number 11. In this equation, solution based entirely the graphical numerical methods are not accepted. Later on in our A2 level, we learn what you mean by this graphical or numerical method, but that means you have to use the general calculations to do this. Solve this equation to this one. So you can see here the solutions are given in radian format. Therefore, they expect us to find the solutions in radian format over here. Now you can see if you start with part 1, while keeping cosine sign, you can't do this at once. Either convert this cos squared into sine squared or sine squared into cos squared. What is the relationship in between this is, you know that cos squared x plus sine squared x equals to 1. So instead of this cos squared, I'll try to work out like this. Sorry, cos squared x plus 1. Sorry, I'll just make the sine squared as in terms of cos squared. So you can write this is 1 minus sine squared x. So you can say this is 3 cos squared x plus 1 is equals to 4 minus 4 sine squared x. If you bring all the terms to one side, 3 cos squared x plus 1 minus 4 plus 4. Sorry, this is not 1 minus. It should be cos squared x. 3 cos squared x is minus 4 plus 4 cos squared x equals to 0. Then if you simplify this, 7 cos squared x minus 3 equals to 0. With this you can write cos squared x equals to 3 over 7. Then we can write cos x equals to square root of 3 root 7 plus or minus. You get two set of solutions. cos x equals to plus root 3 over 7. Other one is cos x equals to minus root 3 over 7. With this, you can write x equals to cos inverse of root 3 over 7. And x equals to cos inverse minus root 3 over 7. With this, you can write the answer. Make sure you calculate it in radian format for this. That is 0.86. 0.86. 86. From here, the answer is 2.28. Now we should have, we have to find out the solutions in between this. That means this is 0 to, we need to have a rough idea that what is 2 pi. 2 pi is approximately, we are looking for the answers for 6.28. So these two answers are existing with this. Then we can find the alternative angles for this. How to find the alternative angles? For cos, it's 2 pi minus 1, 360 minus. So this is in radian format. Therefore, the first answer you can write 2 pi minus 0.86. From here you get the answer 2 pi minus 0.86, 5.42. So you cannot go further than this because it's exceeding 2 pi. From here you get the answer 2 pi minus 2.28. It is 4. Yeah, exactly x equals to 4. 4.0. So with this, you can get this answer. So these are the solution for this simplification, right? Then part 2. That is, it's given a degree format. This is equals to this. So you can write 5 sine theta plus 10 is equals to cos theta plus 10. Right. So you can write like this, because while keeping sine and cos, you can't do it. But we know that sine over cos become tan is equals to 1 over 5. Then you can say tan theta plus 10 is equals to 1 over 5. So we need to find the solutions. Theta plus 10 equals to tan inverse 1 over 5. So you can write theta plus 10 is tan inverse 1 over 5. That is, sorry, it should be in the radian degree format. 11.3. The first angle is 11.3. Don't find the solutions for this because we need the final solutions with this alternative angle. So the next angle you can find is 180 plus 11.3. Then theta plus 10 is equals to 191.3. So with this you can write the, because other than that is not exceeding 360 plus won't work for this. It's turn up to 1.3, another one here theta become 181.3 would be the final answer for this in degrees. That's a way of getting this kind of answer. So if you just make it as a single view, so you can see the entire answer at once. This is 6.28. Yeah. Let's come to this question today. Here, if I expand this diagram, right? Okay. Figure 4 shows a sketch of a part of a curve with C, y equals to 3 over 4x squared minus 4 root x plus 7. The point C, sorry, the point P lie on the curve at 4 level, it's obvious. The line L is a tangent to C at point P. Use the calculus to show that L has an equation of this. Right. Let's go ahead with this. Initially, we need to find the equation of tangent. To find the equation of tangent, first step is we need to find what is dy by dx. It's turned up to 3 over 4. X squared differentiation is 2x minus 4. Square root of x is x to the power half. Half x to the power minus half. Plus 7 is 0. So this is turned up to 3 over 2x minus 2 over square root of x would be the answer for dy by dx. It's not the answer, sorry. You cannot underline this. Then what you need to do is we have to find the gradient. Gradient is dy by dx at, we want to find out at point P, that is x equals to 4. So you can say this is 3 over 2 times of 4 minus 2 times of square root of 4. It's turned up to 12. It's 6 minus 1. It's equals to 5. Now the gradient is 5. So the gradient of the curve and gradient of the tangent both are the same. Therefore, you can find the gradient of the tangent also similar to this. Gradient of tangent also similar to this because gradient of tangent and gradient of curve both are similar. With this, you can find y minus y naught. We need the equation of tangent. Gradient times of x minus x naught. How do you get this? Is we know the gradient. Gradient is 5. Y minus y naught. It's passing through 4 11. 11. X minus x naught. X naught is 4. So it's turned up to y minus 11. Okay, Pute? Right. Then you can say this is y equals to 5x. If you bring this minus 11 to other side, it's turned up to minus 9. So you can get this answer. Then the finite region R shown in the shaded figure 4 bounded by x equals to 1 and the line L. Find the region R. Right? Okay. Now let's see how to find the region R. To work out, I'll just concern about these points. You can see here the x coordinate is 4. I need to find the coordinate over here as well for the Q. So you can say at Q, we know that this line L meet the x-axis. Meet the x-axis means y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 at y equals to 5x minus 9. Therefore, 5x equals to 9. Therefore, x equals to 9 over 5. So here the coordinate is 9 over 5. Right. Then what can I do here is if I need to find the area, it's like this. This one, if you integrate this line, you'll be getting this total area over here. You'll be getting the line, the total area over here. That is what I'm referring with this diagram. Minus, you can reduce this triangle area. That's a fact we need to understand. So this area you can find by the integration from where to where? From 1 to 4. 1 to 4, integrate the curve. The curve is the curve is 3 over 4 x to the power 2 minus 4 x to the power half plus 7 minus, then you have to find the area of this triangle. The area of the triangle is, you know that it's a kind of a triangle. This height is 11 and this 11 is 4 minus 9 over 5. 4 minus 9 over 5. That is 11 over 5. This length is 11 over 5. Half base. Base is 11 over 5 into perpendicular height is 11. Yeah, perpendicular height is 11. Right. So from this, you can get the final answer for this. So if you do this integration, you can get the final answer, that is 3 over 4 x to the power 3 over 3 minus 4 x to the power 3 over 2 over 3 over 2 plus 7x from 1 to 4 minus this is 121 over 10. So if you just do this, it's turn up to x to the power 3 over 4 minus 8 over 3 x to the power 3 over 2 plus 7x equals to 1 to 4. So substitute 4 at bound up and minus 1 at the bottom, then you can get the final answer for this. So if you just substitute, we'll get the answer here. It's we are doing from 1 to 4. That answer becomes 2007 over 48 minus 121 over 10. That becomes roughly 38.064. 05 would be the final answer for this. That's a way of getting this answer. Let's check again. Yeah. 304 x squared minus. Yeah, that's it. So that's a way of getting this answer. Okay. I'll just make a page view, then you can see the answer much clearly. It's the first part of the question. And yeah. And this is the next part of it. Right. Okay. Right. So when you come up with this question, it mentioned on the separate axis to sketch the graph of y equals to c squared minus x squared. So if you sketch this one on a separate axis, part 1, if you draw it, you can see it's a quadratic graph with negative coefficient. Therefore, it's just like this. So intersection with the x-axis become, these are the meet with the x-axis means y equals to 0. That is, this is minus c and plus c. And this coordinate is equal to, the top comes to this point. Meet with the y-axis means when equals to 0, that is c squared. That's a graph of that. Then part 2. So what you can understand is, but here the meeting points, x squared, it's 0. And x minus 3c means it meets at 3c. And it's a graph with a positive coefficient. Therefore, the graph goes like this. Here it's a repeated point. Repeated point means graph does not cross over. It just touch and it goes like this. That's a way of drawing this graph. Prove that x coordinates of any point of the intersection, this one, satisfy that condition. So if you come up with this part B, if you simplify this, you can see these two, to find the intersection between two curves, we have to simplify them as simultaneous equation. Second one, then you can write c squared minus x squared equals to x squared times of x minus 3c. So with this, you can get, if you bring, so this is c squared minus x squared is equals to x cubed minus 3c x squared. Then you can say x cubed minus 3c x squared plus x squared, bring all the terms to one side, minus c. So x cubed minus, if you take x squared out, 1 minus 3c minus c squared, sorry, is the final answer for that's what they want to find it. Given that graph meets graph meets when x equals to 2. Find the exact value for c. So you can say, so if it is meet at x equals to 2 means, but the one solution is x equals to 2. Therefore, you can say this is 2 cubed minus 2 squared into 1 minus 3c minus c squared. Then 8 minus 4 plus 12c minus c squared. So if you bring all the terms to one side, 4 plus 12c minus c squared equals to 0. Now we can find the solution for this. C equals to minus 12 plus or minus b squared. 12 squared minus 4a is minus 1 into c. 4 divided by 2a. 2 into minus 1. Therefore, c is equals to minus 12 plus or minus this is 144 plus 64 is 208 divided by minus 2. With this, you get the answers for C would be 6 plus 2 root 10. Other one is 6 minus 2 root 10 would be the answers for this. That's a way of getting this answer. Right. Right. Okay. Over here, part A, they need to prove that sum of the first 10 terms of a geometric series is given by this. This is a way of proving this theory. Right. So here, you can write Sn. The first term is A, the next term is AR, next term is AR squared, like that goes on. Nth term is put the AR to the power n minus 1. I write the term prior to that even n minus 2. You can mark it, but then make it as its first equation. Then I will multiply this first equation by R. That's a way of proving this. Turn up to R times of Sn is equals to AR plus the second term AR squared, third term is AR cube, and this term become AR multiply AR to power n minus 2 multiplied by R is AR to power n minus 1 plus this is AR to power n minus 1 into 1 is n. So this is the way AR to power n minus 1 into R is, if you add them together powers, it's turn up to this. Then look at the second equation with this. Then what can I do is I'll just subtract 1 minus 2. Then what do you get with it? Sn minus R times of Sn. If you subtract it with it, you can see this term cancel, like these terms cancels into each other. Sorry. You can see if you subtract it, you get this term cancels with this term. This term cancels with this. This term cancels somewhere over here. Somewhere term he cancels with this. This term cancels with this. And finally, it's turned up into this kind of expression. It's turned up to a minus AR to the power n. Then I'll take Sn out. 1 minus R. From here, you can take A out. 1 minus R to the power n. With that, you can write Sn equals to A times of 1 minus R to the power n divided by 1 minus R. That's a way of proving this theorem. Then that's the way. Okay. Then let's come up to part B with it. Due to evaporation, the volume of the liquid in a barrel in year is 7% less than the volume of the first year. At the start of the first year, the barrel is 180. Show that the amount of liquid in the barrel end of the first year is approximately this. Now let's see, this is 7% less, means at the beginning, if it is 100, after 187 less, it's turned up to 93. From here, you can get the common ratio. If the first term is 100, next term become 93. Therefore, you can get the common ratio by this fraction, 0.93. Now they want to find out
Let's see. Show that the amount of liquid in the barrel at the end of 5 years. End of 5 years means which term is this? At the beginning, 1. At the end of first year, end of second year, end of third year, end of fourth year, end of fifth year. Beginning, end of first, end of second, end of third, end of fourth, end of fifth. So it's what U6. It's turned up to A, R to the power n minus 1 is the nth term. The A is 180 times of 0.93 to the power, you can say 6 minus 1. It's turned up to that.